USF and Navy Sports Line CFP chances according to the Inside the Lines team. More so about the Bulls. Long thought is, of course, that the American holds the placeholder for the Group of 5 auto bid, with the Sunbelt's James Madison crew the next closest challenger for that slot. Back here with Tom Fornelli and Shehan Jeyarajah to talk about this top American team matchup, Navy and USF here. So the question would become, guys, and Tom, I'll give you first word in terms of USF currently the placeholder. If they went out, they probably get in. Would they be deserving of the bid as well, Tom? What say you?
Oh, I 100% think if USF wins out, not only will they get the bid, but they will deserve it. Let's not forget this is a team that has a win over an SEC opponent. They went on into the road in Gainesville, into the swamp, and beat the Florida Gators. And no, the Gators are not one of the better teams in the SEC this season, but it's not often you see teams from the American going into SEC stadiums and winning games. And that's the one thing we're always asking of the G5 or G6 schools that's like to prove that they're worthy of being in these spots is go beat the Power 4 schools that you play. So they played 2 of them, both on the road. They won 1. They also won that opener against Boise State, who was the preseason favorite for this bid. So I think when you look at their overall resume, the fact that the American Athletic Conference has been the strongest G5 league out there, especially in non-con against Power 4 schools, it'd be hard for me not to put South Florida in and say that they're deserving. And if Navy ends up winning this game and goes on and wins the American, they should be in the playoff because this is the most difficult G5 conference out there.
Well, let's put aside the American for a second. South Florida is the best Group of 5 team in America. I don't even think that's in question, to be frank. There's a reason that they're ranked in the top 25 and no one else from the Group of 5 is. It's only going to be a question of whether, one, do they win the American, so they're eligible to get that 5th conference championship spot, and they need to win this game to have a chance, and 2, if they're able to hold off everybody else. Now, again, you even, in addition to the wins over Power 4 opponents, they also destroyed Boise State in the opener. That's going to give them a really good leg up against a potential Mountain West champion as well. So not only is it certain that if they win out, they're going to be the team in the college football playoff from the Group of 5, they are clearly, to me, the best team in the Group of 5.
Okay, seems like you guys are on the same page. We did see the schedule there again at UAB and home against Rice before the conference title game. Let's move on in terms of keys to victory. We're giving you one each side, and we start with Shehan, the USF angle here.
For me, it's very simple. Again, you are the most talented and best team in the Group of 5, but you have to play patient. This has been a running issue for South Florida this year. I think back to that Memphis game. I think back to even I was there live to see them play North Texas, and there was a 3-minute period in the middle of the second and third quarter where they just took over the game. But there were a lot of issues in that first half before that run happened. Now, talent gives you a chance to obviously do that, but the way that Navy plays offense and defense is built to take advantage of mistakes. And they've got a great offensive coordinator in Drew Cronick, a rising star in the sport, somebody who really will be able to cause some issues if South Florida isn't able to stay on schedule.
Tom, you get Navy.
Yeah, I think the key for the Mids here will be to, shockingly, an option team controlling the ball with their ground game. I know we've seen Navy in recent years start to lean a little bit more into the pass, taking vertical shots down the field, and it's been very effective for them. But I think for this matchup in particularly, given how strong and explosive the South Florida offense is, you want to keep them off the field as much as possible and control the clock. And if you look at the South Florida defense, it's one of the worst in the country as far as explosive play rate allowed in the run game. In comes Navy, one of the most explosive rushing attacks in the country. I think that is a very good matchup in their favor, and it is something that they are going to have to lean into if they want to pull off this win, because this is a Navy team that, like we discussed, also very much in the playoff race. I don't care what the sports line odds say. It's much better than what they're listing at 0.6%.
Okay, let's talk about the game itself. 10.5 points are what the Bulls are laying on the road, with a total in the low 60s. Tom, I'll give you first word. It seemed like you gave us a recipe for the over in this game.
Yeah, and that's exactly where I'm going. I don't think either one of these defenses are really built to stop the other one. I think it's a pretty bad matchup for both units. So I think South Florida will be able to hit some big plays vertically in the passing game. Byron Brown is always very difficult to bring down, so I think the Bulls will be moving the ball down the field. And I think Navy's going to hit some big plays against the Bulls. I think this is going to be kind of a fun tennis match. Could come down to the final possession in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think that Tom kind of laid out the pathway, but if you're telling me that there's going to be a lot of points in this game and the ball is going to keep moving, Give me South Florida to win and to cover. This is a South Florida team that can put up points in a hurry. They go down the field with ease. And I think that while obviously they allow a lot of explosive plays, they also force turnovers. They also cause issues for opposing offenses. So I think they're going to be able to create extra possessions and take advantage of them. Give me South Florida to cover.
Love it. Shehan, Tom, guys, thanks so much. Doing a little double duty on Spotlight on this Thursday. Check out Tom and the Cover 3 podcast with Danny Cannell, Chip Patterson, and Bud Elliott. They had their locks earlier today. They've got instant reaction on Saturdays, and also check out Shehan's work on CBSSports.com.